Hey guys, Adam here, the Roof Strategist, and welcome back to another Lockdown Live. It is late in the evening, and I didn't get an email out because we are live outside on my phone, and I had to go straight for the live stream. But what I am covering today are three really big shifts that I believe the industry is facing right now, and that we must prepare for as roofing salespeople and owners in the face of COVID-19. Now, listen, I did a bunch of research today looking into the news and states reopening, counties and cities adjusting their rules and kind of releasing some of these stay-at-home orders and what their plans in the three-phase period is looking like. Now, the one thing that we do see coming is likely another wave of potential shutdowns again, or at least another wave of COVID-19 outbreaks throughout the country. Now, this video is not about COVID-19 and all that. We know that's coming. We know we're in it. What I'm here to do is to share with you what I view as that we must prepare for, because the industry, when things do go back to normal, so to speak, there are certain things that won't be going back to normal. We must face that, and we got to get creative on how we start drumming up sales, because this whole thing of, going door to door ain't going to be a thing of the future here. Excuse me, ain't going to be a common thing that we're going to be able to do all the time moving forward. So, how can you overcome? Let's hit them one by one. First is the one-day install. Now, so many roofing company owners advertise the one-day install, but in the mind of a homeowner, they're thinking, oh, one-day install, are they rushing it? I don't want my roof being done in one day. I just want it done right. And a lot of people did say, hey, most roofs done in a day, but it wasn't forward messaging in your marketing material. It wasn't, hey, we're going to get a crew of 20 guys on your roof and we're going to knock this thing out in a day. I know it's not 20 guys. I was actually just down in Denver area meeting with a roofing crew, chatting with them about things being slow. Man, I hope they pick up. So at any rate, this whole one-day install was just kind of secondary messaging, right? But now, in the wake of what we're facing, it is really important that we communicate to homeowners our ability to install most roofs in a day. Now, again, if your company can't do it, you can't be saying we'll do a one-day install if you can't. But if you can do it, that means homeowners have to be less concerned about people on their property, exposure, a group of people there. So you need to focus on the one-day install in your messaging. You can adapt letters, you can adapt your door knocking, but when you do your presentation, put people at ease. We do these things quick. We've scaled up our operations. We're not and make sure that they know that you're not compromising integrity. So that's shift one. Excuse me, the integrity of your install. That's shift one. In the lowest impact possible on a homeowner and their home, because a home is someone's castle. You have to respect it. That's first thing. Second thing is we need to adapt to be able to generate leads in new ways. Again, door knocking may come and go. We have to be ready. What I'm hoping for, which I'm not a scientist, I'm not a medical expert, and I am not an economist, but what I am is a savvy person who sees what's happening around in neighbors, what's happening on the news, and how people are responding on a national level. What that means is going up and knocking on doors in certain areas will not be possible. In others, it is. And in some markets, I know there are some folks that are fans of the channels. In Arkansas, it hasn't been a huge issue down there. They've still been able to work. Some people are more cautious. They've been taping the letters on the doors like I've shared before. But it is critical that we embody a more well-rounded approach. And if you haven't done it already, you can watch my video on the multi-touch marketing approach. Again, so using a combination of door knocking when you can, direct mail letters, cold calling when you can't door knock. Watch the other video on the no door knocking canvassing method where you tape the letter on the door. And again, you can use your own letters or the stuff in my battle pack. And I got two emails this week. One was today from a gentleman that said, hey, Adam, I'm not in a position to be able to buy your stuff, but I watch your videos. I put my own video together. I watched the no canvassing door knocking. I'm brand new. I taped the letters up and I got 3 sales last week. Kid's brand new. Awesome. Okay. So the stuff works. So we need to have a well-rounded approach. Owners, look at digital. Look at pay-per-click. Look at social media. Look at Facebook. Make sure your Google My Business listings are up to date and accurate. But we need to know that if our bread and butter, I got another email from a guy. He says, Adam, my bread and butter is knocking doors. What do I do now? We need to get well-rounded, okay? So spend this downtime that you do have investing in those strategies. And it doesn't mean just shelling out money. You can buy stuff if you can. By investing is investing in your personal development and your tools and resources at your disposal. Because when you can't knock doors, what are you going to do when you got a build going on there and you want to hit that neighbor, and that neighbor? Again, use direct mail. Use letters that you tape to the door or leave behind and call. And better yet, if you can this is a great time, by the way, to have your homeowners walk you over to the homeowners or call on your behalf or give them, get your contact info. I know for me, my neighborhood, I have all my neighbors' phone numbers. We text, we communicate, we help each other out. It's a great way to say, hey, we just want to limit, the contact, but we do want to let your neighbors know about the install coming up. Is there any way you could share your phone number? I promise not to spam them. It's just a courtesy call or a text message or whatever it is. So again, getting well-rounded in your approach to generate leads. So if one thing comes up again, if we see another wave of shutdowns or lockdowns, or people being more apprehensive to answer the door, we need to be prepared. Because again, the last thing is like, oh yeah, lockdown's lifted, stay-at-home orders are lifted, I'm going to go knocking doors. Well, even though it's lifted, doesn't necessarily mean people are going to be comfortable coming to the door when you're there. So you're going to need to learn to adapt. All right, that's the second one. Third one is, dun, 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 dun. I had this and I didn't write it down. You see, I didn't bring my pad with, and I'm live, so I can't mess it up. So let's recap so my memory can work. We had the one-day install. That's what it was. Sorry about that. Poof. That's what happens when you do these at the end of the day. The last thing was getting your tools in your arsenal to be able to continue serving that no contact service plan for all your paperwork. Okay. So again, one-day install, leading with your marketing material to let the people know this is not going to be intrusive. We're going to minimize exposure, minimize interruption on your life. Don't worry. We've done this in a way to not compromise our install quality, because that was the concern for people. And again, we have talked about this in the past in marketing material, but it hasn't been forefront. Second is having a well-rounded, diverse way to prospect and generate leads. Again, I've talked to not only roofing companies, not only crews, but different business owners around the country. And when a revenue stream is chopped off, you need to be diversified and prepared to use other channels. And then again, that third one is the no contact service plan. I've done plenty of live videos on that no contact service plan. So being able to show up, and guys, I'm gonna just share a quick tip. I wish I could show this to you right now for this, because I've been adapting. That's why I'm doing these lives, is to help you guys out. I'm right now using a standard tripod with my phone. In holding that is literally like a $6 adapter I got on Amazon. And just for nicer sound quality, I have a little microphone, but you don't need that. But the point is, you could sit in front of a homeowner's house. You could watch my other live video where I'm up on the roof, and you can put together a video to show and get your pitch set up. Okay. Whether it's photos, which by the way, I think video is even better. If you're working with an older demographic and they don't have a smartphone, which I know still happens, but you want to make sure that your information can still be delivered. So again, using that no contact service plan. And if you haven't done it, get that paperwork set up to be electronic. Okay, so you can do electronic signatures in your contingency, on your contracts, color selection, picking up deposits, all that stuff. Now, last thing on that no contact approach, there are certain markets that are just simply more old school. And if they're more old school, you have to adapt. You got to be ready for it. So one of the fans of the channel, Jason, ended up sharing with me, and I showed this to you in another video. He literally got a baggie, like a reusable bag from the grocery store. Okay, that's one way. And the other thing, no, that's what he did. He went to the dollar store and got gift bags. In my video, I did it with the grocery bag. And he literally put the agreement in there, the contingency agreement, in a pen inside the bag, and hung it on the door, went back to his truck, called the homeowner, said, hey, all the paperwork's there. I'm going to stay on the phone with you. Grab it, bring it inside. We'll walk through it. And then when they were done, they put it out here and brought it back. So just be prepared. Know what you need to do, because it is a fallacy to think that, poof, everything's going to be miraculously back to the way that they were. And it is just not going to be that way. So be prepared. Hey, best case it is. And all we know is we want to prepare for the worst and hope for the best. The other thing, I was big into the, I used to shoot competitively handguns and shotguns. And I remember they said, what some of my instructors said, listen, in the face of a competition, we do not rise to the occasion. We sink to the level of our training. Okay. We do not rise to the occasion. We sink to the level of our training. So the worst that happens is you're overprepared. The best thing that happens is if this does get worse, or there's another wave of things, or something happens, you are prepared and ready to roll, and you have one leg up from your competition because you just know what's going to happen. All right. So again, just a quick recap of the three. And then I saw some comments. I'm on my phone, so I'm going to walk up to it here in a minute and putz around. So 1 minute there. Remember, communicate with people that low impact, one-day install for most roofs. If you can't do it in a day, or you're not going to do it in a day, don't communicate that. Number two, diversify your lead generation using the direct mail, using door hangers. All the stuff that comes in my marketing battle pack, again, is updated for coronavirus specific with the no contact stuff. So you're welcome to check it out. If you're not in a position to afford it, you can email me. I'll see what I can do to help you out. And number two is you can also just take the videos. What I love is again, I got 2 emails this week of people that said, I couldn't afford your stuff yet. I can't wait to get it. I took it. I took your advice. I built my own and it worked. Okay. So just do it, guys. Like I do this channel to watch you succeed. I'm not sitting here with some freaking smoke and mirrors tricks to get you to whip your wallet out. I want you to take this. Every single video that I teach something, there's tools that you can take and you can use right away to succeed. Okay. So do it. All right. Diversify your revenue stream. Cold call. Watch my video on cold calling. Networking with insurance agents. Networking with realtors. Calling homes for sale. All that stuff. And then the last thing is the no contact inspections. Make sure to continue being prepared for that, and no contact paperwork. All right, that is all. I'm going to switch right into the comments here. If you're digging this stuff, hit that thumbs up, by the way. It helps me know that this is helpful stuff. All right, so here we go. Comments. Jose says, would you consider knocking if there's a hailstorm, or should we still be taping the letters on the doors regardless of the hailstorm? That is a great question, Jose. And here is my answer to that. You must abide by local regulations, whether that's state, county, whatever it is. If there are stay-at-home orders, don't do it, okay? Now, right now, nationally, there are still social distancing guidelines by the CDC to stay 6 feet apart. If it were my company, I would not door knock. That being said, there are certain markets where there are a little more flexibility. Now, I don't know, again, I'm not an expert, but states like, oh man, well, I don't remember if Arkansas went under stay-at-home order or not, but some states are a little looser than others. So you might be able to. I have a video I filmed right before this stuff about dealing with homeowners who kind of hide behind the door. So you'll see that coming on how to approach that, because you will likely face that right now if you do door knock. So my best advice is err on the side of caution, gauge the market, and most importantly, abide by the law and have safety in mind. You may want to consider wearing a mask if you do that to make people feel comfortable. I know right now in Colorado, everyone is supposed to be wearing masks when they're out. Not everybody is. Sometimes you get glances if you're not. I'm on my bike sometimes, and I'll have it. I ride a bicycle, mountain bike for fitness. So I'll have like a little thing here, and I'll pull it up when I go past people to make them feel comfortable. And again, it's not to protect yourself, it's to protect others, is my understanding. So I hope it answers your question. Err on the side of caution. So here's let me just tell you what I would do if it was me. What I would do if it was me is I would tape the letters on the door. And anytime I saw a homeowner out, I would talk to them from a distance. And the other thing that I would do is have a mask with me. And I would be mindful of just knowing some people could be upset. We don't know what people are going through. So if there's high risk individuals and we go up to their home, like it's not okay, so be mindful, catch them when they're out. But most importantly, talk to neighbors and know, like, if a neighbor is willing to help you out and say, hey, listen, part of our no contact service is normally what we would do is we would go door to door to the neighbors just in the surrounding area during the install to let them know if anything comes up, if debris flies into their yard, just to call us. We respect not only your home, it's your castle, but also the neighbors. And again, normally I'd stop by, but I don't want to. Do you have their numbers? All I wanted to do was just shoot them a quick text or a phone call. So use this time. And the homeowners that you work with will appreciate it. So anyway, Jose, I hope that answers it. All right, let's see here. Lazaro says it's true. And Lazaro and I have exchanged a few emails about this. And again, just before I forget, guys, I welcome it. I love that you guys and gals and a lot of women coming into the industry now, which is so cool, have been reaching out with questions. If there's something that you want to hear on these LockDown Lives, email me or drop a comment. Adam@roofstrategist.com is how to email me. All this is catered to what you guys are looking for. All right. And Steve said he made it, keep it up, or I made it, keep it up. Colorado. And I'm feeling optimistic, by the way, on everything starting to return back to normal. This is not doom and gloom. We are in a good spot, in my opinion, as an industry. And I think things are going to start to get back to that level. And again, be prepared. So pass this video along to anyone that you know might benefit from it, whether it's someone on your team. If you're a sales manager or an owner, play this stuff. Get your team ready as well. It's not just one person at the team, it's everybody, because ultimately as a team and a company is how we thrive. And I was emailing with a gentleman today who's really looking at building his own personal brand. And I know that, people buy from people. I could swap the roof strategist out and, you know, the videos aren't going to change. I could call myself like the roof guy. Like, it doesn't matter, but the personal side does. Now with roofing, it's a little different because not only is it me, the guy that's at the door having the conversation with the homeowner, but they're going to look into the company and the integrity of the company, the reviews. So the company backing the whole installation is so important. So again, whether you're a solo guy or gal selling for a company, whether you're a company owner, whether you're a manager running a team, it's important that everybody's on board, everyone's prepared. Okay. So again, one day install, start communicating that. It's going to be a big deal now. I really, really believe it will be. Be prepared to diversify your income, your lead generation streams. You can check out my marketing battle pack again. There's COVID-19 specific info in there. If you need some payment assistance, let me know. I'll see if I can help you out with a one-time coupon. And then the last thing is, again, keeping up that no contact, both inspection and paperwork side. So thank you guys for joining me. Super appreciate you being here. And I'm going to send an email out to everybody on the Roof Strategist Insiders list with this replay. So if you are live and you want to either get the replays, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be an invitation to let you know when I'm going to go live so you can show up if you have any questions or you want to be live right with me here. But for those times like today, when the weather is nice and I might be out, I'll pop a replay over after. So thanks again for being here, guys. If you're not subscribed to the channel, click the subscribe button and the bell. You'll get notified every time I go live. And then if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. That lets me know more stuff like this. And drop any comments or email me any ideas, any questions, any topics I haven't yet covered. And hey, even if there's something that you want me to go into more in depth on, like I've gotten some questions about going more in depth on the insurance agent networking piece. And I've sent out some personal video replies in there as well. So thanks again for joining me, guys and gals, and I will see you on the next one. Now I got to figure out how to end this video without monkeying my camera around. So we'll see you tomorrow.